I'm a French and International Studies major. I'm a senior in my 4th year, and last year, for both semesters, I studied abroad in France with the program International Studies Abroad.
Great. So can you tell us why you decided to study abroad?
I really wanted a full cultural immersion kind of experience, and I also wanted to be working on French. And so France was far enough away and different enough of a culture where I was able to have what I was looking for.
Great. And did you have any perceived barriers or hesitancies to do study abroad, or was it something you've always wanted to do?
I felt I wanted to do a full year. However, when I was in the process of doing all the applications, the visa, etc., I had a lot of hesitancies, like, wow, this is the real deal, and I felt nervous for a while, but eventually I overcame it and tried not to think about it, and by the time I got there, I was happy to be there and not intimidated by a full year abroad.
Okay. So what was the most memorable experience that you had while you were in France?
There was one day where we had the day off. The whole country had the day off, and because of this, the trains run inside the Île-de-France region for free. So we took a train and we went south to the city of Fontainebleau, which has a famous castle. I went there with a number of my friends, and we walked around for the day, had a picnic, went through the castle, and it was really just a great experience, and probably my favorite that I can remember.
Awesome. And in the time that you were in your study abroad program or being abroad, did you feel like there was any discrimination or stereotypes that you sort of had to combat while you were there?
As an American, sometimes a lot of things were expected of me, a lot of stereotypes were attached to me, which at times made me feel uncomfortable, and I did my best to do away with. Sometimes I'd have to hear conspiracy theories about the U.S., or I would listen to how people's disagreement with whatever cultural aspect of the United States they had. Furthermore, when I was in the Middle East, in Lebanon, often I had to listen to criticisms about U.S. foreign policy and conspiracy theories and things like that.
Interesting. Did you find that you had the support while you were abroad to kind of talk those issues through, or do you feel like having been through that, it sort of enhanced your ability to communicate with other people?
Definitely, hearing these kind of things put these things into light and emphasize the need for me to be able to defend these things, to effectively argue them and prove these people wrong. It also showed a lot of perceptions of my culture, and coming back here, I observed more things that I hadn't seen before.
And so what kind of transferable skills or life skills do you think that experience or the study abroad experience overall has provided you with?
Well, I had never lived in a big city, and immediately the first thing was the metro and all the people. It was a little overwhelming, but eventually I got used to it, so used to it, it was like second nature. And I feel much more at ease navigating things. I don't feel so overwhelmed when it comes to logistical things. I learned to be very resourceful, dealing with all the immigration, which is a very slow and at times frustrating process, which I learned a lot from. And especially the visa application, I learned to be patient, and I learned to just put in the work I have to do and not stress too much.
Great. And are there any last pieces of advice that you would give to students who are on the fence about studying abroad or are thinking about doing it but don't know yet?
Yeah, you won't regret doing study abroad. For me, doing a full year was the best decision I could have made. If I did a semester, it wouldn't be nearly the same experience. So I recommend you just go for it and do an extended period of time permitting, expenses permitting.
Great. And I don't think you mentioned it earlier, but can you just mention again the school that you're currently attending?
Yeah, I'm at The Ohio State University.
Great. Thank you.